How's it going, gamers? You got Hands here, and today in Dauntless we're going over a guide on how to set up your talent tree for shock escalation, and most importantly it'll help you clear and survive heroic escalation, but of course will still work for regular escalation. So turn on your system, go to your talent tree, and let's get ready! Alright gamers, I'm sure you're excited to hop in this, so let's do it. This is going to be a guide for your setup for the talent tree for heroic shock escalation. It's really going to help you do more damage and definitely stay alive so you can clear it. So let's hop into this. So squad goals is really great because you need damage, and that's nice core solid damage, especially if your other teammates get squad goals as well. So we're going to put a point in there. Size maneuvers really isn't that important. Movement speed is nice, but like I said, it's not important for damage and survivability. So with that said, Executioner is a supremely great amp, guys. We're going to put 3 points in that because that's going to give us 25% damage for each behemoth below 50% health, and that is very significant. Up here is Torrent Shield. That is also great, and we're going to put 2 in there because in heroic escalation we're running tenacious builds, we're running shield builds with Skarn's Lantern, and that really benefits us to stay alive, to maintain tenacious, and do more damage. In terms of if you're using Galvanized, this will definitely help as well. So definitely use Torrent Shield because it'll benefit you and your party with more health shields, like I said. Next is Mender's Gift. That is really not that great because that takes you out of the battle to use event where you could potentially just get hit again. But if you like it, use it. I wouldn't. Next is Lucky Strikes. That is very nice. That gives us a 9% passive critical strike chance. And most of the builds that I've shared with heroic escalation or in escalation general is cunning builds, because in shock escalation we have a lot of chances to do more critical strikes because of the amps that are in it. So we're going to give that 3 points. Next is Paragon's Blessing. If you're good at dodging, I would get it. If you're terrible at dodging, then I wouldn't get it. But to maximize damage, it is really nice for a 20% damage boost for you and all slayers. So we're going to put 3 in there. I suggest to start practice timing with your dodging and get down the movements of the behemoth so you can optimize this. Remember, if you don't want it, you can skip this and place the points elsewhere, and I'll explain. This is a must because this is going to help you stay alive in heroic escalation. Whether you think you're a pro and you can dodge a lot, or you're really terrible and you die a lot, this is going to help keep you alive alongside Iceborne and other stuff that we utilize in our builds for heroic escalation. Breath of Life, I wouldn't get that because we already have significant lifesteal from here, and like I said earlier, Iceborne and all the other things, especially the shield stacks that we get, so you really don't need that. I would suggest not to get it. Next is Thrill of the Hunt, which is one of the best ones, well, one of many of the best, because you can get this in the first round and that keeps stacking damage. So we're going to put 3 points in there for a total of 10% damage for each behemoth defeated. And think about that. That's about 1 in the beginning, 2 in the next round, 1 in the next round, 2 in the next round. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 behemoths before you even get to the boss. And that's really dope-tastic, guys. Next is Malcarion Spite Amp, which is real nice. This one increases the duration up to 20 seconds instead of the flat 10 that it comes with. But it's a really great amp because it gives you more critical strike chance and also movement speed. But let's skip this one just for now. Next is Morio's Reinforcement. That is a must-have for your damage reduction to help you stay alive and etc. etc. Next one is Duelist Precision. That's okay, it's pretty good depending on what weapon you're using. I mean, we already have such a high critical strike chance, in my opinion, that we really don't need it. But for axe users that want to hold on their axe for a little bit and not attack and then throw it, it's really great for guaranteed crits and often crits if for high attacking weapons or anything in general, but I don't prefer to use it too much if I don't have to. Cat's Claws, however, is a very important one because that's increasing your attack damage, and we definitely need that. Next one is Full Throttle. That is a really great one. However, once you get it and you kill a behemoth, you lose it. So it's only really awesome at the end when you're fighting Malcarion. So you could possibly choose that. And as you can see, we have 1 point left. These ones here, they potentially could oversaturate your amps when you're getting your chance to choose them. I mean, that's 3 extra amps per one, so you could possibly not get cool ones like Executioner, or who knows, you oversaturate them and it's not really that great in my opinion. This one here, if you're using like a Warpike or you have a wound build and you want a little more support or effectiveness, this one is pretty good if you're a wounder, in my opinion. This one is not that great. Shield Sphere is not good at all. Shrapnel is pretty fun, but not super epic. And then Pact of Hunger isn't really that great at all either. For the Blaze one, Torgadoro's Fury is pretty nice. That's extra damage. And then Torgadoro's Strength gives you, I believe, extra stagger damage. So that would be an okay choice if you choose that one. However, back to Malcarion Spite, you kind of want to get that extra critical strike chance because we're running cunning builds in the heroic escalation already. So the more times you can actually benefit your critical strike chance and damage, why not use it? Because then you're going to increase your damage in general. So in my opinion, I would use this for 5 extra seconds of Malcarion Spite, but that's just my opinion. You could choose to use that one, or even this one for if you really want to beat Malcarion and want a little boost of when you're fighting him and you get a chance to get full throttle. Otherwise, my next suggestion would be this one for Torgadoro's Fury and Strength, and Lady Luck's Barrage is pretty cool, but I hope this guide helps you out and gets you a general idea of a good setup for heroic escalation. So now I want to show you a setup for, like I mentioned earlier, for the people that don't like Paragon's Blessing, because if you choose it and you don't dodge through an attack, then you're not going to get the damage buff for you and your party. So I'm going to finish off the tree for the players that don't dodge well. This is for players that are always getting hit and aren't going to use Paragon's Blessing, because that's 3 points we could utilize elsewhere. So the rest of it's still the same, and you're going to definitely put 3 here. Do not use Breath of Life. It is not good whatsoever. Trust me on that. And then we're going to go ahead and, just like the previous one, we're going to add Thrill of the Hunt. Like I said, if you watch the beginning of the video, this is a really, really great amp. So then we have 10 points left. We're going to go down to Mora's because you definitely need that passive damage reduction, which will really help you stay alive, like I mentioned earlier. And we already talked about Full Throttle and what it does, so let's go to Cat's Claws. That is also a must-have. So right now we're in the predicament like we were in the previous setup of where do we put our last of our points. We already talked about Duelist Precision, and we already talked about Full Throttle, and then these ones here that could possibly oversaturate your amp choices. So definitely I would do what I did for the previous one. I would put 2 points into this one to make Malcarion Spite Amps go up to 20 seconds, which is really dope, guys, because we already have a critical strike damage build, and this will help you do more damage. So it's very great. And the great thing is we have 2 more points left. You could still use Full Throttle or Duelist Precision or one of these choices. Like I said, if you're a wounder, use this one. If you want a little more damage, definitely try this one out here. I would not use this one whatsoever. It's not that great. So these last 2 points are up to you. You could potentially put Full Throttle, which is a good one to kill Malcarion, so we're going to do that. You could possibly even put your last point in there. I wouldn't do it. It's good, it's useful, but it's not that great. I would suggest maybe even using this one right here. But I hope you have fun with these guides, and I hope you have a better idea of what to choose and how to use it in heroic escalation so you can stay alive, do more damage. Alright gamers, that's all I got for you today. Hey, if you like this video and you want to see more, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and click on that bell for notifications. If you're looking for a crew, or if you need help in Dauntless, or just want to chat about Dauntless, join us on Discord. That invite link will be in the video's description and in the comments, so I'll see you there, gamer. If you need any further assistance or have any questions, hit me up in the comment section, because you know, guys, I always answer each and every one of you, and I am there for you. So don't hesitate or be afraid to hit me up, and I'll answer as soon as I can. And also, check out my other links that I have in there. I got a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I even have my merch store with some cool gear that's sporting my dragon logo. You gotta love dragons, because I sure do. Alright gamers, that's all I got. This is Hans signing out. Peace, y'all.